In this video, we'll see translators in programming. So translators can be useful to convert high-level language to low-level language because our computers can only understand zeros and ones, right? So there might be requirement of translators in our programming languages. So translators, as I said earlier, translators can convert high-level language to low-level language, and as part of translators, we are having three different types of translators in programming. The first one is compiler, second one is interpreter, and third one is assembler. Now let's see one by one. The first one is compiler. Compiler can convert high level language to assembly code. So in compiler, it scans the entire source code. So we will write one C code, right? That is a .c file. For every file, there will be one extension like .c file or .python file or .java file. So this extension is very much required for any of the programming languages, or in general any file there will be some file extensions. So we will take that source code. In our case it is .c file, and this .c file can be given to compiler, and compiler will convert high level language to assembly code. The examples of compiler languages are C and C++, and Java is both compiled and interpreted language that we will see in the future slides. Now let's go to assembler. Assembler converts assembly language to machine understandable code, and the example is assembly language. And when it comes to interpreter can convert high level to machine understandable code directly, but when it comes to interpreter, it scans the line by line. When we see the compiler scans the source code at one glance, but when it comes to interpreter, it scans the line by line. It scans one line and converts to machine code, and it will go to next line, and next line will be converted to machine code. Like that it will go. Based on that, we have some interpreted languages. One is Java and another one is Python, but Java is both compiled and interpreted language. So generally interpreted languages are slower when compared to compiled languages. So C is faster when compared to Java and Java and Python is slower when compared to C. Now with that being said, let's go to the next topic called Introduction to C. C language is invented by Dennis Ritchie. He is considered as the father of C language. And now let's see the history of C language. In the 1960s, there will be one programming language called Algol, and Algol is introduced by one organization called International Group. These are the developers, and these are the languages, and these are the years that they have introduced. At first, we have Algol language came into existence, which are developed by International Group. And in the year 1967, there is a language called BCPL, and which was developed by Martin Richards. And when it comes to 1970, there is a programming language called B language, and it was introduced by Ken Thompson. And later, these languages have some of the limitations. So the people of AT&T Bell Labs, because Dennis Ritchie is working in AT&T Bell Labs in this period, in 1970 to some 1980. In that period, Dennis Ritchie is introduced, and Dennis Ritchie developed the one language called C language. So C language is introduced in the year 1972, but later in 1978, Kerinhan and Ritchie, they both developed the K and RCC, because they developed some more features in addition to the traditional C. In 1983, there is an organization called ANSI. ANSI stands for American National Standards Institute. So this institute, or this group of people, standardizes the C language. That means they have introduced some rules in the C programming language. In the year 1990, ISO is combined with ANSI. ISO stands for International Standards Organization. It was, it collaborated with ANSI and developed some rules into the C language, and the group is ISO committee. And in the year 1999, C99 Standardization Committee is came into existence, and they have introduced some of the rules to C programming language. This is the history of C language, and father of C language is Dennis Ritchie. And C language is mainly used in embedded programming, and whenever the fast C language is very fast when compared to Python and Java, because C language is closely associated with the hardware. Okay, so C language is mainly used in game development because of its fast nature. If you encounter any delays in games, our user experience will be gone. So for that, we will use C programming language in games only. And when it comes to performance critical applications in Chandrayaan or in space technologies or in automobile technologies, for example, when we encounter an accident, within fraction of seconds, airbags should be open. Otherwise, our lives will be gone. At that time, in performance critical systems or fast systems, we should use C language only, because C language is very fast in nature, and that C language is developed by Dennis Ritchie. And we will see some of the features of C language. C language is a procedure language. Procedure language in the sense C language is developed in functions. Procedures means functions. C language is divided into functions. That functions we can reuse later. Without any function, we cannot write any single C program. Okay, and it is fast and efficient. As I said earlier, C language is very fast when compared to other languages. It is very efficient. Okay, and when it comes to modularity, so modularity means dividing the problem into sub problems, and the sub problems are called functions. These functions can be reusable later. Once you write the function, you can call any number of times. This feature is called modularity. And when it comes to statically typed means when we declare one variable, we have to tell which data type that particular variable should hold. This type of language is called statically typed. We have to tell the compiler that particular variable is a having this data type. So that is called statically typed. For example, if we write int a, that means we are telling the compiler there is one variable called a, and which is of type integer, because this variable can hold integer values. So this nature is called statically typed. And there is one more type called dynamically typed, where we do not need to specify any data type in those languages. That is called dynamically typed. So statically typed languages are faster when compared to dynamically typed languages. And it is a general purpose programming language. With the help of C, we can develop games, and with the help of C, we can develop an operating system altogether. With the help of C, we can use it in the automobile systems or space technologies, like I said earlier. And it is having a wide range of operators. We can use it in the program to meet up our requirements. And it is having a different set of libraries and a different set of rich functions. For example, if you want to print a message to the output screen, like hello world or hello Vasvi college, so these functions can be written. If you want to print any message, we can use printf function. That printf function is defined in one library function called, library file called #include stdio.h. stdio stands for standard input output header file. Like that, there will be so many library files we will see in upcoming lectures. And it is a middle level programming language. That means C language have the features of high level language and also low level language features like pointers. With the help of pointers, we can access the memory areas of hardware, and it is portable. If you write the C programming in one system, with the little modification, we can run in any other systems. So these are the features of C. Now let us see the first C program. Without any further delay, let's move to the next slide. So this is called first C program, and here whatever I am highlighting now, these are called comments. Comments are the remarks that won't be executed by the compiler. these are just for our purpose. These are just remark statements. So an outsider, if he sees the program, he can understand what is the motto of this program. So with the help of comments, we can tell them this program aim is this, and this program is developed by one person, and the college is Srivasvi Engineering College. So this is single line comment. Single line comments are usually denoted with two forward slashes, and multi-line, these are called multi-line comments. Multi-line comments are enclosed in one forward slash and star, and ends with one star with and forward slash. Okay, and this is the first line, hash include stdio.h. So stdio.h, as I said earlier in the previous slide, standard input output header file. That means the functions like printf and scanf. With the help of printf, we can print one message to the output screen. With the help of scanf, we can take the input from the keyboard. So these are all input and output functions which are defined in stdio.h. So if you want to use printf and scanf functions, we have to include this file. Okay, this is called library file, or some may say header files also. Okay, so this is called one function, int main. So if our programs are executed by the compiler, so compiler will call the main function. So compiler will start the execution from the main function, and in main function we are writing one message called printf. This printf is the output function, as I said earlier. So in printf we are passing one string. We are passing one string called welcome to Srivasvi, which are enclosed in two double quotes. Okay, this message will be this message will be displayed to the output screen, and we are closing the program with return 0. And return 0 and what is the int we will discuss in the future upcoming sessions. Thank you so much for watching.